Hey everyone, Vinny here with G Level. Welcome back. If this is your first time joining, welcome. And you picked a very interesting video to start checking out G Level on. So, it's a couple days away from Christmas, and starting to feel like the holidays. It's cold outside, which it's Florida cold, so I think it's like high 50s, low 60s. So freezing in Florida. I don't care what the family up north says. This is freezing for Florida. So, but during the holidays, I always think about growing up as a kid. I always think about my grandparents and going to their house. I think about my mother and how she would just be going crazy trying to get us, everything she could and what we wanted. So it always makes me think of the past. It always makes me think of how often I thought about the gifts I was getting, how often I thought about I would not even thought about, but was really stressed out over trying to find the perfect gift for other people, because you always want to get something that someone's gonna love. And so I always thought about that. And a couple of years ago, I actually made a change in my life where I stopped buying gifts for everybody. And what I started doing instead is we would pick a place to go, whether it's mini golf or Dave & Buster's or ice skating, whatever it is. I would pick a place to go, or they would pick a place to go, and that's what we would do for a birthday, for Christmas. And I love it because for me, it's more about those memories. It's more about those moments, because there's nothing worse than stressing out to get a little kid a gift, and they love it for all of 8 seconds that they play with it, and then they never touch it again. I'm sure no one else has experienced that, but in case you have, it's just something that I feel like is more meaningful for me and for them as well. I would much rather create memories. And so that had me thinking about memories, about that feeling of doing something with somebody I care about and spending that time. And it made me think about somebody in my life that has always been there for me and, always had my back and my side, even when I was wrong, and even growing up when I was not the best kid. I know that's a shock, but I was not. So, kind of put this person through a lot of stuff, and lucky for me, she was strong enough to handle me and my brothers and my sister and all the other, all the other madness that we brought to the house, and to life in general. But so during the holiday season, I really wanted to take a moment and focus on how important those moments are with the people we care about. And that's why this video is called Capture It, Don't Let It Slip, because there are so many years that have gone by that I take a lot of things for granted, and a lot of people in my life I take for granted. And I know that, like I said in my last video, and one of my fears is that one day they won't be there. And sometimes it's difficult to tell people how much you care about them. Sometimes it's difficult to put your heart out there, even if you know that person still loves you. It's fear of the embarrassment, or fear of being vulnerable, or what if I put it out there and they don't like it, and now it's at that point where I'm either gonna go through the embarrassment or I'm gonna look back and wonder what if. And I think that we both know the direction that I'm trying to go, and the direction that I am heading. So I have conquered some other fears that I'm going to talk about in a different video. This one I want to dedicate to a very special person in my life, which is my mom. And I just wanted to kind of share these moments and something I wrote for her and wanted her to hear. So this was probably one of the most difficult videos that I've done. And I actually had to switch to a different idea because I couldn't make it through the video, without getting emotional and without, having allergies kick in, And so I kind of switched it to a different idea, which I wound up loving. But I just want to show you guys a little something that I find very meaningful, that I find very important. And, you know, that's my family. That's my mother. And so I wrote this for you, and I hope you like it. Here we go. I couldn't imagine what you felt the first time you held me in your arms, but I imagine one of your thoughts was that you would do your best to keep me from harm. To look me in my eyes, to see me staring back, not knowing what's in store for us, but knowing there's no turning back. The instant realization that your life has changed forever. But even with the pain, you know this is the best moment ever. Thank you for going through it and for everything that came after. Thank you for the late nights when I was sick and turning my tears into laughter. Thank you for showing me strength and how to listen with my heart. Thank you for all the times I messed up and you allowed me to restart. I know I didn't always make you proud, and sometimes I made you worry. I know I went down some wrong paths growing up, and my vision seemed to be blurry. But no matter what I did or said, you were always my biggest fan, and I know how hard it was to accept when your little boy became a man. You could heal every scrape and bruise with just one little kiss. When you'd watch me play baseball, I'd swing for the fences, knowing you'd love me, even if I missed. The sacrifices you made for me is something I'll never forget. And if I never took the time to say thank you, I'd know I live with regret. We both know no one else could have put up with me. I needed your motherly touch. And although you already know it, Mom, I love you this much. So, alright, so thank you guys for allowing me to share that experience with you, and thank you, Mom, for everything you've done for me, and you know, just always being here for me, and always having my back, and you know, I know that I can always count on you, and I'm forever grateful for that. So I'm glad that I had the chance to make this video, and you know, to still say I love you, and you know, be here with you and share more memories. So thank you again. Hope everyone has a happy holiday. Capture it. Love the people around you. Until next time, you already know the question, right? What's your G level? Have a good one, everyone.